Hi ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel, and today's video might be kind of long, maybe kind of short depending on how it goes. But in my how to play Widowmaker video, a girl by the name of Arianna Maria asked me if I could make a video on how to win Widow free-for-alls and in-game Widow duels for console. So thank you very much for this suggestion. Actually, it's something that I never thought about making, even though I basically do it every day. So since I mentioned how Widow Free-For-All is a good warm-up in my How to Play Widowmaker video, we'll start with that. So just starting things off, there will be Widows that are better than you and some that are worse. So if you're not up for the challenge, there are some, air quote, non-good Widow Free-For-Alls lurking around. I personally never been into one, but there's some that are called like No Golden Gun, no pros, but if you don't mind the cluster of good and bad widows, then stick to the usual. There is no guarantee that you'll win one of these, but you can probably get to top 5, maybe 4, depending on how many are in the lobby. But the main thing about, you'll hear me repeat it 1,000 times in this video, is just to keep moving. The more you stand still, the more likely you are going to die. Spam crouch. If you need to, switch from toggle crouch to make that easier. Just move, move, move. If you're in a battle, use the jump and aim technique I taught in the How to Play Widowmaker video. And just keep jumping and moving unpredictably. I can't stress enough how to please keep moving. That actually kind of leads me to my next topic, predictable movement. Some widows can tell where you're gonna land if you keep going left, right, left, right. Maybe try, left, left, right, or left, right, right, right. You get what I'm trying to say. You get the point. When grappling, there's actually a time frame where you can take out a widow, because there's like a millisecond where she's completely still. She's at the peak of where she's gonna go before she falls back down. Or, they could take you out that way too. So I suggest cutting your grapple off mid-grapple, so you won't go as high, or if you are super high in mid-air, grab immediately down to the ground or ledge you plan on going for. So they'll be aiming at you. Oh wait, you're on the ground now. Just confuse them. When there's a widow in the air and you see her aiming at you, move away. So she kind of has to readjust, get used to where you went. Maybe if she's really thirsty, she's gonna keep grappling, trying to get you and keep moving. And shit happens. She might get lucky even though you moved. She might have readjusted super quickly and she might have domed you. But it's fine. This is just a warm-up. Or you can just do this for fun. You don't have to do it for warm-up. Audio cues, like the grapple hook, and I guess I can call it the grunt she makes when she lands. The I guess it's called the grunt. But that kind of helps you tell if there's one next to you or behind you. Also keep eye on the red lines that she makes when she fires. Something happens a lot when you're dueling another widow. A third party comes and joins and they try to take your kill. Girl, do not let them take your kill. So I suggest stop focusing on that target and take out the third party. Now, I know I said in my previous Widowmaker video to keep an eye on the same target, but this is different for free-for-alls. When you look at the third party, she'll most likely be lining up with a shot for your original target. Be careful not to get picked off by your original target either, because she might not know that that third party's there, but you know, and it's just this whole mumbled jumbled triangle basically. When looking for a game, all of them are different, so be sure to check. If your preferences apply, there are some with no grapple cooldown. There are some with like 4-second cooldown. There's a whole bunch. Some are in Castillo, some are Chateau, however you pronounce it. But don't be afraid to make your own with your own preferences. I mean, yeah, it might take a minute for people to join, but if it's worth it because it gets fun. All this kind of also apply to Widow 1v1s. They're kind of the same deal, but except the whole third-party problems. So keep that in mind for Widow free-for-alls and 1v1s. So in-game Widow duels, I deal with these a lot. If you hear a Widow and she doesn't know that you're on the team, she doesn't know that there's another Widow, ask your team where she is, so you can get the drop on her before she can get the drop on you. Something you might see me do a lot is counter sighting. Widow's ult isn't like an extreme need for a team fight, of course, unless they have another Widow. As soon as you hear you get ready for this French, the Poisson de Chapeaumoya, I thought I did pretty good on it. Okay, I thought I was pretty solid on that pronunciation. I am French, but not like, I don't speak French. But anyways, activate yours right away, so both teams have an infrared advantage. But Cherry, what if I don't have sights? Well, that's okay. Widows tend to go for other Widows first. This also works for other heroes, so don't worry. But if you know a Widow is dead ass looking at you, bait a corner, walk to a corner, and immediately walk back. Pop your head out, pop your head back in. You should hear a little shot fired at you and it hit the wall. Now if she's not looking at you, you can still try to bait the wall, see if because sometimes you might not know if she's there, so if you hear her infrared sights go off, try to bait a corner where Widow will most likely be peeking. If you don't hear a shot, then you're either 1, okay, or 2, she's not a dumbass and she'll just fucking dome you when you're not ready. But most of them are dumb, don't worry. If you want to get spicy with it, why don't just, like, walk more, kind of walk forward a little bit more, crouch, and move back in. Because she's like, oh, he's out in the open now. Oh, let me take that. Oh, wait, no, I can't take the shot because now I need to readjust. So back in, or I guess back out, back in, just keep doing stuff like that. You'll see me do it a lot in streams, if you ever see my streams, and I kind of laugh at it because it's funny. Also, don't be afraid to get up close and personal. If she uses her assault rifle instead of scoping in, you can either use your assault rifle or position your scope to right. Oh, my lisp just hit me like a truck. So excuse me, to where her head will be. Don't panic because you're gonna be taking damage. You might freak out. You'll start to miss, and actually, you might die if you get up close and personal. But that's okay because say that Widow was doing really well, and that little duel you guys had, that took their Widow out of the fight, meaning their Zen can finally go through and help the team instead of getting picked off out of spawn. Poor Zenyatta means. So my last thing I kind of want to mention, I know I'm going kind of fast here, so everyone strives to be the air quote better Widow. So just focus her out. She's gonna do the same to you. Always be on your guard. Always. Always want to know where she is before she knows where you are. It's kind of like a race of knowing where each other are, kind of. So like I said, I'm gonna try and wrap this up quickly. Know where she is before she knows where you are. Move unpredictably, not just in Widow free-for-alls or 1v1s, but when you're dueling, kind of spam. I wouldn't say continuously spam crouch like you would in a free-for-all, but if she's scoping down on you and you think she's ready to fire, don't be afraid to crouch, jiggle left, and move back. Because she's gonna try and readjust to where you're going. Maybe she's standing still and waiting for you to pop back up, so that's why you also have to be don't be predictable. I guess I'm trying to say be unpredictable. So just please keep moving, be unpredictable. It's hard to, that's like the main thing, I guess, is to be very movable and unpredictable. When not only going up against many widows or one widow or an enemy team widow, that's an important thing for widow versus widow, because like I said before, they always strive to be a better widow. You know how embarrassing it is to keep getting domed by the enemy widow in your team, and you're kind of sitting there like, oh, should I switch? And then the other widow gets all the honor and glory. Oh, I made this widow switch off. Look at me go. But yeah. Excuse me, I need like a drink. But yeah. Keep moving. Don't be predictable. Know where she is. I keep saying these things because those are the main things to do when coming against another widow. Free-for-all version, 1v1 version, or in-game duels. Even if you lose an in-game duel, like I said, it's okay because it took that widow out of the fight, so technically it was a 5v5 all along. But unless the widow doesn't care about the other widow, then she might just keep shooting at your team. But most likely they all strive to be the better widow, so they're all gonna clash heads, and oh, am I gonna get her first, or is she gonna get me first? You just never know. So I keep saying I don't want to be repetitive, but moving, be unpredictable, just please do that. And hopefully that will help you win. And thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this helped you, Arianna Maria. If it didn't, comment below some other questions you have, and I'll try my best to answer. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cherchez la femme.